Hello everyone, and happy Thursday to you, and welcome to part 2 of a really crazy bins haul. A career high for sure. Now, I don't usually say this, but I'm gonna say it this time. There was a part 1 to this haul. This is part 2. And if you missed part 1, I highly advise you to go back and check out part 1 before. Like, honestly, pause this video now and go watch that. I had what will possibly be my most profitable, best, most valuable bins find of my entire career thus far. That's gonna be really hard to beat in the future. And I went into detail on it and I showed all the stuff about it and talked about how I found it, the story behind it. So I'm thinking you guys are gonna wanna see that. Not to say that this part doesn't have good stuff. This alone would be a crazy good bins haul, what's coming up, but you gotta see the coat. You gotta see the coat from the last part. So I have some other new Bolo brands, good Bolo brands, kind of more rare, funky pieces, really good classic pieces, and some more designer, higher end, even luxury brands to show you guys today. So I'm really excited about this haul as well. Again, I can't say that it's better than part 1 because just logistically and factually it's not. It's really good otherwise. So we're just gonna kind of dive right into it because I did enough talking in part 1. Let's go, and let's start off with a good one. This is a Bolo brand that we have never talked about on the channel, but this is a very high-end luxury brand. This is called Essential Antwerp. As you can see, it says made in Italy, so I'm sure that would kind of like raise a red flag for anybody. But this is a neon yellow, neon green cardigan. It's giving very 2020, 2021 vibes with the neon colors. It's got this striped cuff on each side. This is a very expensive brand. I think this sweater was like around $400 new. This is a size large. And it says Crazy in Essential Antwerp for some reason. And this is a blend of acrylic, mohair, and polyamide. So it does have mohair in it. It's a nicer like fabric, of course. And then of course made in Italy. I like that they even have their size chart here on the label. So I think I can get like $150 to $200 for this, which of course is like a fantastic value for a bins find. So super excited about that. Then we have a sweater, kind of sweatshirt. This is just all black and it's like a jacquard, I think it is, like thicker, heavier knit, and it was missing its label, but I do know certain brands that like to use this type of knit, and sure enough, when I looked at the fabric content label, it still doesn't say the brand, but I know this fabric content label. This is an Lafleur piece. This, I don't remember the name of the style, but it is called like the something knit sweatshirt. These are pretty popular, it looks like, and also these like retail over $200. Sometimes I forget how expensive Lafleur is, but that is a great find. I measured it out. I think it was a medium, I think. But if you're interested, of course, it's on my Posh with measurements. Then we have a sweater by another good brand. It doesn't do as well as it used to, but I still pick up pieces like this. So this is Rails. It's an extra small. And this is like a speckly, I think they call it confetti knit, where it has all the different colors in it. It's a super nice like yarn kind of fabric. And it is, I think, 100% wool, 64% wool with acrylic and polyamide. It's really nice. It has slightly puffed shoulders, super cute. This looked to be a really recent Rails piece. I think it was actually still being sold like full price on a couple websites when I looked it up. Then we have a coat. This is kind of almost more of a cooler weather leaning haul, it seems like. So this is a loft piece, but it is new with tags. As I told you guys, I think in last Tuesday's video, our bins prices went up, not by a ton, but they did go up. So I've been trying to be a little pickier with like coats, leather jackets, sweaters, some of the jeans and stuff, just because like the little increments aren't huge, but pound by pound, they do add up. And I just have been trying to be pickier. So this is like a herringbone double-breasted coat. This is so nice. I think even without new with tags, I would have picked this up even at the new price. I don't know if I would have sold it myself if it didn't have tags, but because it does, I am listing this myself. This retailed for I think like $200. It is a wool blend. It is super nice. Kind of gets me in the fall mood, but like I know nobody else is ready for that but me. But anyways, then we have a really good piece. And I knew this print right when I saw this in the bins. This really cute hot air balloon print. But I was like, I wonder if it's knocked off. I wonder if other like Shein and stuff have stolen the print or something. Nope, it was the brand I thought. So this is a Kate Spade skirt. This is a size 4. It's just like a little mini skirt. Super cute. I like the black background. It's kind of like hot air balloons at night or something. It's super, super adorable. There's all different colors of hot air balloons. If there's any almost like purpley pink tone to it, that's just my camera. That is not actually on the skirt. Then a really nice girl at the bins named Kelsey handed me this. This is so cute. So this is Lauren Moshi. This is a size small, and it has like kind of an all-seeing eye type graphic to it, but the graphic is actually embroidered in. Super cute. Now this has a little bit of pilliness and a couple like spots here and there, but I have usually had pretty good luck with Lauren Moshi even when it does have some slight flaws to it. This seems to be a slightly older Lauren Moshi piece, which I think actually is a positive with that brand. It's kind of like Wild Fox. I feel like the older stuff is better than any of the newer stuff. I feel like Lauren Moshi's the same. That's one of the pieces that I don't have listed currently when I'm filming this, which is like 4 days ago, but I think it'll do quite good. Then we have a blazer. Again, very like fall, winter vibes apparently. So this is a J. Crew blazer. It is a woman's, it's a size 10. It is the hacking blazer, which is a style they still make, but this is actually from 2011. This is in such good shape for being like almost 15 years old, which is crazy. It's got the really nice like woven leather buttons to it, and it's just a nice gray, thick, high quality wool. It's funny because this is basically the label they've come back to, even though that's like the old version of it. So note to anybody watching who may find a J. Crew hacking blazer, don't put hacking in the title because Posh was not happy about that with me. I'm like, okay, I can't help it. That's what they're called. Like, sorry. All right, next pair of pants. These are Loft, size 6. I have had this same pair of pants in a few sizes before. These are the Palmer wide leg. They are really like jeans because they are a denim material. These are like a navy blue. The Palmer always has these really nice patch pockets at the front, but these always do well. I've had them in tan. I think I've had them in cream. And I think they've sold every time. I think it's like a style from 2022. So that is a style I always grab when I see it. Then we have a Bolo brand that we don't talk about too often, even though I think I just brought it up maybe 2 weeks ago because I had found a shirt. This is Icebreaker. This is size 29 women's. So Icebreaker does make men's and women's. The last piece I found that I just referenced was a men's shirt, like an underlayer smart wool type shirt. These are some pants. And though they kind of just look like nylon, outdoorsy kind of hiker pants, they are mainly wool. And like smart wool, Icebreaker makes everything of mainly wool. So there is a little logo there. I would say, again, like smart wool, Icebreaker does just as good whether it be women's or men's, and it is a brand that I definitely would pick up even at like regular consignment stores, thrift stores, pay up a little bit for, because it always does good. Okay. Oh, here is another funky find that I have a little bit of a story about. So this is a hoodie, an athletic kind of style hoodie. And this is a local hoodie, but it is by the brand Unreal, UNRL, which is actually a local brand that is another Minnesota-based Bolo. I still say that we should make a 10 Minnesota Bolo brands video. We will at some point, but Unreal is another Minneapolis-based brand. This is a size small, and this is a Minnesota Timberwolves basketball hoodie. It just says Wolves embroidered at the front there, and it has this patch that says Unreal Timberwolves limited edition collab. So I pick up stuff like this to put on Marketplace, or sometimes I consign it. I'll get like Vikings, Minnesota Wild, sometimes the U of M, like the collegiate type ones, Timberwolves and all that, like Twins, just any of those if they're like a Nike piece, or if they're Adidas, or if they're just nicer, and I'll put them on Marketplace or consign them. That's what I was gonna do with this one. So I took pictures, like I have my pictures from when I was gonna put them on Marketplace, because I don't take those with my studio lights and stuff. I just take them like on a door. And I was gonna put this up and I was like, I should just like look up what this originally cost, maybe to put it in the description or something, because I don't know much about Unreal. This is my first time finding it. I was like, I should look it up. So I looked this up on Google Photos. It popped up that this was like a super rare limited edition collaboration that was sold at like one game this past season. So I was like, I should just like look it up on eBay to see like what they go for. Maybe I shouldn't do $20. Maybe I should do it a little bit higher on Marketplace. Little did I know, I looked this up on eBay, and this hoodie specifically was being posted by someone for $250. And all the other pieces from this collection were north of $150. Most of these sweatshirts and stuff being over $200. So this is not going on Marketplace. This is going on Posh and eBay. And I am so happy that I looked that up. I would have never known and I would have never guessed. All right, so back to the pants. We've got this paper bag pair of tan wide leg pants. Again, the fall vibes continue apparently for this haul. It's got the belt included, which is super nice. And this is a J. Crew piece, which the cursive label was used in like 2018, 2019, and slightly into 2020, I think. These pants are from 2019, no surprise there. And they're like, they are a linen blend. There's not much, there's 5% linen, but they are very like airy and flowy, and they'd be very, very comfortable. They're pretty like soft. So I think those will do really well. I don't really always list all the cursive label J. Crew anymore, but it depends on the piece. Then we have another Loft new with tag piece. I don't know who went to Loft and then got rid of all their stuff that they just bought. But size small, and these are, I believe again, some linen blend pants. They have an elastic waist, and they've kind of got a chevron print all throughout. And these are a bit longer. They might be ankle length, but they're not like capri length. But they are wide leg once again, which of course I have had really good luck with. And these are 23% linen. So not as much as those orange ones from part 1, but still a nice linen blend. Oh yeah, okay. Last up for pants, we have another pair of like tan caramel coffee pants. So these are ultra wide leg. Oh no, what did I do? Hopefully I can, that's an emergency. Hopefully I can wash these. I must have done this. How would that have happened? When I took pictures, this spot was not here. So hopefully I can get this spot out. I don't really know what that's from, but we'll just pretend that's not there. These are some ultra wide cotton, crisp kind of cotton pants. These are pleated at the top, and they have some slight lightening like here and here on the zipper. I think it's just kind of like rub wear or something. Even though there is a label in these that say they are garment dyed in a special way that makes them like not super evenly dyed. I don't know. They're Gap and they're size 2. Now the reason that I picked these up to sell myself is because these are from summer 2025. So now, like these are obvious, like you could go into a Gap store and I assume that these are hanging like on the racks. I'll sell basically any mall brand piece that is literally in the store now because, of course, say if somebody sees it on the website for that brand and then they are like, oh, I don't want to pay that full price. Let me just see if somebody's selling it secondhand for cheaper. There I am. So I would say anything you find mall brand that is literally the current season or even the last, like spring 2025, pick it up to sell yourself. Okay, so we got 3 more really exciting ones and I'll leave those for the end. So next up is Peruvian Connection, which is a brand that I do really like to sell. I did not know they make men's, but this is a men's, size medium. I don't know if they still do, but they at least used to. It's just an alpaca sweater vest, 100% alpaca as it says there. So that should do good. Again, the alpaca was aplenty in the bins apparently that day. This is a Banana Republic that I was getting to consign, but I at last second decided to sell myself. It's an extra large, and this I think is from 2024, like the end of 2024. It's just like a gold collar, like pop over blouse top, kind of like relaxed and nice. I don't know. It was super recent, and also extra large is a good size. I don't find super often, so I just thought I'd give it a shot. Then we have a Sundance piece. So this is the newer label of Sundance, the light blue, size 2. And this is a fully linen, like short sleeve shirt dress. It kind of gives like safari vibes with the utility pockets at the front. Super, super nice linen. It's like a navy color. As you guys know, I really do like to sell Sundance, so I was excited to find that. Then we have a Velvet Graham & Spencer, which is not a brand that I often sell myself. This is size medium, but this is a really cute style. It's kind of like a polo, kind of like collegiate varsity style sweater. It's got these kind of sailor stripes on it, even though they are actually black stripes. And I actually think that this might have some cashmere in it. 5% cashmere, 95% cotton, which is kind of nice because then you can just wash it and stuff like normal, but it still has a little bit of cashmere in it. So when I found this, it had a little bit of marking at the neck, which as you can see, I've almost fully gotten rid of. It was like right here. Very, very hard to notice in person now. There is one spot at the wrist though that looks like a bleach kind of spot. Again, it's really hard to see. It's here. Very hard to see, and if you wore it, nobody would notice. But this is super cute, and the reason that I picked this up to sell myself is I actually checked to see if it was Evereve, because sometimes this brand is sold there, and sometimes I'll find pieces that are from there. But this piece is actually Anthro. So I guess even better? I don't know. They both do well, so that's great. 3 more kind of like regular pieces, like that I'm not as thrilled about. And then we have 3 that I'm very excited about. So we have another mini Bowden piece. This is 4 to 5 year. Like I said in part 1, Mini Bowden is like the only kids brand that I will sell. This is like a fleece Sherpa-y little vest with some flowers embroidered on the pockets. So cute. This was actually in the same bin as the really, really good find from part 1. I'm not gonna say it because some of you might not have seen that yet, but this was in that same bin. And I thought that was so funny. I was like, what if that was mother and this is baby? That's like so cute. But I think that's adorable. That's good for all kinds of seasons. That should do well. And then we have this J. Crew piece. I think again, yeah, this is a cursive label again. So probably 2018, 2019, size 4. And this is a jumpsuit. So it's a gingham, blue and white, super wide leg jumpsuit. It's a really, really nice linen, like super nice. I don't know like what makes some linen nicer than others, but this is like nicer feeling. Maybe it just hasn't been washed as much, I don't know. But this has pockets. As you can see, it is missing an original belt, but I feel like you could put any belt around this, but also it's not like super loose anyways, so you could just wear it without a belt. But this is really, really cute. I think this should do well. If it doesn't, though my consignment stores don't like to take jumpsuits, I feel like they'd take this one if I brought it in. So we'll see how it does. But gingham does good in the spring, summer, and fall. So I kind of like to have gingham and plaids because I feel like they're just timeless and they're all seasons. So this is my first time finding this brand, and this is technically, I guess, a Bolo brand. So this is Intermix. Now, Intermix is basically an online-only, like, Bergdorf, Nordstrom, Saks Fifth, like, department store. So they do have their own in-house label, and that's what this is, which is expensive, though it's obviously not as, like, valuable as the other brands they sell. So this cardigan is 85% wool and 15% cashmere. And it's really, really soft and really nice. It's like an open cardigan with this fringe detailing all throughout the edge, throughout the hem. Yeah, it's like, what else was I gonna say? It's ribbed, it's nice. There's really no like pilling. There's maybe like a little pilling, but nothing too bad. There's no stains. Super nice. So we'll see how that does. The Real does take Intermix, and I'm sure I could consign it, but they mark it very low. Whereas this retailed for $2.95, so I just want to give it a shot and see. Okay. So my 3 finds that I'm really excited about in this part of the haul. We're gonna do this sweater first. And some of you might already be able to tell what this is. And it's folded in half. I knew what it was right away. This is a very, 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 very oversized sweater. And this is by Free People. So this is called the Easy Street Tunic. This is, if you remember, the sweater that Ryan swore by in like 2022 and 2023, I think it was. He had it in all kinds of colors because this comes in a million colors. But like, here is the shoulder to shoulder. It's very oversized and very like forgiving. It's super long as well. I think this is like 26.5 inches long. And it is such a like fan favorite of the Free People girlies and the Ryans. So this has a spot on one arm that now I can't find. There's like a light yellow spot. Oh, here. It's very light. There's kind of a light yellow spot right there. Very hard to see, but that does not deter me at all from knowing that this will go for quite a lot. Again, these are very popular. I think they retail for at least $128, but like every color is still basically available for full price on the Free People website, so they keep their value really well. There's a cropped version that also keeps its value really well, but the full size one is definitely the best. So I was pumped to find that. Okay, these are two really good finds, and I don't know which one's better, so I don't know which one to show you guys first. We'll do this one first. Okay, so my same Bins bestie who helped me acquire the coat from part one was throwing this back because there's a tiny hole in it. And I was like, are you kidding me? And she was like, no. And I was like, then give it to me. So this is like, I guess like a coat cardigan. I don't exactly know what a style like this is, but okay. Here's the bottom hem. Very embroidered, very boho, very Sundance, very Johnny Was looking. And then it has a hood that's also very embroidered. It's giving like Marnie from Halloween Town. I'm obsessed. I love this. Like when Marnie's like sneaking around with her like hooded like witch's cape on, even though it's somebody dressed as Marnie, it's not even actually her. It's like what's his name? Anyways, that's beside the point. This is by Biya, B-I-Y-A, size large. And if you do not know, Biya is like the most expensive, I believe, Johnny Was label. I don't know if they still make it, but I guess I assume, but I'm not sure. But their stuff is very expensive and usually very like detailed and luxurious. Here is the hole. This is not listed because I am gonna fix the hole. It's very tiny, and this is knit. So obviously like a hole in something knit is like the easiest fix there is. But this is so gorgeous. Again, here is that bottom hem. Oh my gosh. I was like, why are you throwing that back? She is moving, which is also really depressing. So I think she's trying to not get too much because you have to move yourself and move your business. But still, I was like, girl, fine, I'll take it. Fine, twist my arm, I'll take it. So my last find for this haul is this sweater. And I feel like you see something like this and there's one brand that comes to mind that you hope it is. And this was what I hoped it was. So this sweater is by Ralph Lauren. There's the RLL. This has one or two little spots here at the front, nothing too bad. There's no like discoloration or holes otherwise, and it's not shrunk, which is very important. It is 100% lamb's wool, and any of these like equestrian, tribal, or hunting inspired, or like Old English inspired pieces from any Ralph Lauren label are money. So this is a crazy good find. Here is the label. They haven't changed this label much over time. Now this is like almost like black on the newer ones, but otherwise they're almost always green. Size large, 100% lamb's wool, made in Hong Kong, so it is old. I was so excited. I was like, wow, this is like one of my last finds. I was like, this is a good Bins day. So that is all that I have for you guys today and for this haul. I mean, this haul right here is so good. It's gotta be one of my best. If we take the glorious find from last time, plus that Ralph Lauren sweater, plus even this Easy Street tunic, plus like the Biya Johnny Was, plus the Timberwolves, shockingly, hoodie worth over $200. Like, the value in this haul is crazy, especially to not have found any bags, any shoes. This was such a solid haul. Definitely a career peak of mine. I'm so excited about this stuff. So let me know from this part of the haul what your favorite couple things were that I found. If you did get this far and you still didn't watch part one, be sure to go watch part one. It went up on Tuesday. There is a crazy find in there worth multiple thousands of dollars. So go check that out if you haven't. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow on the second channel or Sunday for What Sold Sunday with Ryan. And I'll see ya when you guys choose to see me next. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.